What really happened at Incheon airport tonight? Why did Jungkook return from Paris with a look so mysterious it sent thousands into panic? Watch closely, comment your theories, and don't forget to like and subscribe as this breaking story unfolds in real-time. Breaking news. What exactly did Jungkook bring back from Paris? And why did Incheon airport erupt into uncontrollable chaos the moment he stepped through the arrival gates? This is the question millions of armies are asking right now as South Korea's biggest international hub is once again thrust into global spotlight. Only this time the shock is far greater than any previous idol arrival incident. Before continuing, drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like if you're already feeling the tension, and subscribe to stay updated as this story keeps shifting by the minute. Because tonight, nothing is as it seems. The moment Jungkook appeared at the terminal, a strange silence fell over the crowd before the eruption came. Screams, phones held high, security teams scrambling, and reporters shouting questions that no one could fully process. What stunned everyone wasn't just his presence after days of silence in Paris, but the drastic, almost cinematic transformation that left fans breathless and confused. His hair was darker than ever, styled in a way that didn't match any of his recent public appearances, and his expression carried a mixture of exhaustion and urgency that triggered speculation within seconds. What was he hiding? Why did he move so quickly past the cameras, barely giving a glance when normally he greeted fans with warmth? The questions multiplied as social media boiled over. Witnesses say they sensed something different in the air moments before he stepped out. Security doubled, then tripled. Plainclothes staff seemed to appear out of nowhere. Even airport personnel whispered among themselves, pointing towards sealed doors and restricted corridors as if anticipating something huge. One army described the atmosphere as the calm before a storm, and she may not have been exaggerating. Because the second Jungkook emerged, everything changed. Clips now circulating show the exact moment chaos erupted. The crowd surging forward, security desperately forming human walls, and Jungkook disappearing behind a shield of guards as fans tried to understand what had happened to him in Paris. Why was his energy different? Why did he avoid interaction? Why did he clutch his jacket so tightly as though protecting something fragile and possibly dangerous? Every detail is being scrutinized. The mystery only deepens when considering his sudden departure to Paris just days earlier, a trip that had zero public schedule confirmed by HYB. Fans assumed it was for Fashion Week or a private shoot, but insiders now claim that Jungkook's meetings in Paris were far from ordinary. Was he involved in a confidential project? A secret collaboration? Or something even more alarming? Something that might explain why his return looks so tense, guarded, and emotionally heavy. Airport insiders reported that an unidentified item was transported separately under heightened security measures upon Jungkook's arrival. The item, described only as sensitive and high priority, was escorted by a separate team and taken through a private exit before Jungkook himself was escorted to his van. What could possibly require that level of security? And why is it connected to him? One moment that has armies in tears is the brief second when Jungkook paused mid-walk, his shoulders trembling ever so slightly. The camera angle catches his expression for less than 2 seconds, a flicker of something raw, something emotional, something that felt like both relief and fear. What happened in Paris? What did he see? What did he experience? And why does he look like someone returning home after facing something far bigger than a simple overseas schedule? Fans online are overwhelmed by the contrast between his Paris departure and his Incheon arrival. When he left, he seemed relaxed, dressed comfortably, smiling under his mask. But now? The combination of his dark, enigmatic appearance and the sudden tightening of security has sparked theories ranging from a secret performance to a confidential global deal to something deeply personal that HYB has not yet revealed. Some armies fear that he's protecting himself from a situation still unresolved. AS reporters rushed to capture statements from staff. No one gave clear answers. HYBE remained silent. Airport authorities refused to confirm any details about the special protocols used during his arrival. Even Jungkook himself remained silent as he entered the van, though one moment shows him briefly turning his head toward the crowd, eyes softening as if silently asking for understanding or forgiveness. If the goal was to reduce speculation, the silence has done the opposite. Army worldwide is now dissecting every frame, looking for clues, trying to piece together the truth behind his mysterious new look and the tension surrounding his return. What is he preparing for? What is coming next? And why does it feel like something enormous is unfolding behind closed doors as midnight approaches? All anyone can do is wait. More footage continues to surface, each clip adding a new layer of confusion. Some claim they saw foreign security personnel near the restricted zones. Others insist they heard staff whisper about Jungkook's Paris meeting being connected to a major announcement that was supposed to be delayed but is now being accelerated due to unforeseen circumstances. Fans are now flooding timelines with messages of support, urging him to rest, to stay safe, to take care of himself first. But at the same time, the burning question still lingers, echoing across every platform. What happened in Paris that transformed Jungkook like this? And what does it mean for the future? Stay here, comment your theories, and don't forget to subscribe because this story is only getting started, and the truth, whatever it is, will shake the entire fandom once it comes to light. The night grows heavier as new eyewitness accounts begin to surface from corners of Incheon airport that were previously overlooked. A group of passengers from the Paris Seoul flight now report that Jungkook boarded last, surrounded by a formation of security personnel that didn't match HYB's usual protocol. Some claim his entrance caused the cabin to fall into an unusual hush, as if everyone sensed that something out of the ordinary was unfolding even before the plane left the runway. A few passengers even noticed that he kept his hood up for nearly the entire duration of the flight, head bowed, occasionally glancing toward the aisle as though anticipating something. Or one passenger, who sat 2 rows behind him, mentioned that at one point during the flight Jungkook stood up abruptly and walked toward the back, accompanied by a staff member who whispered urgently in his ear. What could possibly alarm him mid-flight? Why did the staff seem more tense than usual? This same passenger claims that upon returning to his seat, Jungkook looked shaken, gripping the armrest with knuckles pale. Was it exhaustion, stress, or something else entirely? No one knows, and yet every detail adds another unanswered question to the storm. Hours later, when the plane touched down in Seoul, airport workers noticed that the jet bridge was cleared earlier than normal. All unnecessary personnel were pushed back. Only a handful of authorized individuals were allowed near the aircraft, and this immediately sparked suspicion among airport staff who have handled countless idle arrivals over the years. They say this wasn't protocol, it was preparation, as if anticipating a threat or protecting something important. When Jungkook finally stepped into the arrival hallway, his new look became even more striking under the harsh airport lights. The darker hair, the sharp jawline partially shadowed by his mask, the heavy jacket zipped higher than usual, it all contributed to a presence that felt unfamiliar, almost cinematic.